Sarah and I have been having a discussion for the last couple minutes about why you'd want to run Star Trek Online in a virtual machine, because apparently the patch notes say resolve the crash issue where VM of running or opening the client in VMware's virtual machine software. And then Aaron from behind me, why would you do that? Morning. It is a bit sprinkly. I'm not sure how much I'm going to be able to talk. Probably a bit. It's not pouring. And I've walked out and I've vlogged in much heavier rain than I think is going on right now. But anyways, so today is Thursday. It is raining. Willie and I are going to head out to the field a little bit later, in like an hour. Okay, that was a cold drop that hit me right in the skull. So today, is James Comey's testification, that is a wrong word, testifying thingy going on in front of Congress. Apparently, according to 1059, there's a bar in Washington, D.C. that is giving out free drinks for every time Trump comments about the James Comey.
Oh God.
And I'm just...
That bar is gonna go under.
People are gonna die. You know, it's like, I don't care if the bar's gonna, the bar might go under. They might be giving out the crappiest alcohol, or they just said free drinks. It doesn't necessarily mean they could just be giving out bottles of beer. But regardless, there are people going to die from alcohol poisoning.
Yeah.
Because I guarantee you, I can handle a lot more alcohol than you can. If you and I were drinking the exact same amount. But yeah, so that's going on today. Testifyings take a long time. I'm not gonna watch it live. I'm gonna wait for someone to give me a synopsis later. Because, in this day and age, I got other shit to do I can do for like 4 or 5 hours and then listen to like half an hour of synopsis. It's sort of like, what was the Wonder Woman movie about? Just give me a rundown. I don't really care. Like, we will watch it, just probably not in the theater, because, we don't need to assist to its record-breaking capabilities right now.
Honestly, that's part of why I want to see it in theaters. Because I do want to encourage movies that break the mold.
We'll see how things go. I'm not in the... I don't want to, like, weirdly start making like, oh, well, we can just do this one movie. This one we have a great system budget going on right now, and I don't really want to mess it up. So, yes, AdSense is going to start kicking up. The monthly money has already started its upward climb.
Yes, that. Upward climb.
Climb. I was going with climb, not climb. Upward incline, because I'm looking at the graph.
Yeah.
Which I was like, that's an acceleration term there.
Yeah.
An incline is just an incline is actually upward incline. That's a jerk factor, right?
No. Well,
a speed would be a line, right? It's a distance over time.
Yeah.
Well, if you...
Acceleration, not jerk factor.
Here's the thing. So, yeah.
Acceleration is the first. Jerk factor is the second. Jerk factor is acceleration of acceleration.
Yes. Which, for those of you that don't know why we call it jerk factor, is when you think of a tire, like a tire rolling is speed. As that tire rolls faster, that's acceleration. Now, what's the next thing of that is how fast the fast is turning. So the jerk is...
How quickly the acceleration is happening.
Yeah, how quickly the turning is accelerating. Which is weird, and that's like the limit of most humans' capability of but it's like speed, acceleration, jerk factor. It's almost at least in a real sense, it's an it's a instantaneous number. Yeah, why triple prime all the time in stuff. So we just don't have a word for the acceleration of the jerk factor.
I don't even know what I would what that would be.
Yeah, that's the thing is Aaron asked, do we have a word for it? I'm like, no, not really. In that example, anything going into any higher Y primes gets a little bit silly. But in other cases, there are other times where it is. And I didn't get that deep into engineering. That's actually a weird space where higher levels of math aren't used in like cosmology and the higher end physics. They're actually used in more engineering. Like I said, if you go down to like the tire turning and then the tire accelerating and then you go down to like where the tire touches the pavement and how much that tire is gripping the pavement, what we're talking about with Y triple prime is what is the change over time of the tire gripping the pavement.
What is the, no, that's double prime. No, that's single prime.
No, the jerk factor is literally the torque. So now you need to figure out acceleration of the torque. And that might get used in automotive tech. I mean, like I said, in this example, it gets
be engineering.
Well, automotive tech, in this specific example, it might get used, but nothing beyond that. Nothing beyond. Like, that is the most you would have to use in automotive tech.
Yeah.
And you probably wouldn't use that on tires. You may use stuff like that in like, physically within the engine and the transmission, because you would have to figure out the difference between Y triple prime of different gears, or like in ours, the belt versus the gear, but then you're also having to add in friction, and it gets really mathy.
Yeah.
It gets really mathy after a while, and that's where a lot of people fall out of like automotive tech.
I'm putting something on the gym.
Fair enough. It's blue and it's raining and I didn't want to deal with it. I got my spin and I'll get a Pokemon at home. I was hoping there'd be a Pokemon on the way, but it's raining just enough. I was watching him out of the corner of my eye and I can see that he like, because he's not walking, because the GPS takes a bit to update with the wires overhead. It just takes a little bit to update, so you have to walk like past the gym for it to fully update to get almost to the other end of the platform. There are times I've been down here and I've had Pokemon open and it won't even update until I'm crossing the max tracks down there, because it just hangs, because we've got a lot of power running through these lines. And it just provides that little bit of interference. Having to looping down further and further to get closer to the gym.
Yeah, it just wasn't moving me at all.
What I was just telling. I was like, I have it too, because like I'll sit here and then I'll want to attack the gym, but I won't be able to attack the gym until the bike lockers, because it won't move me until then. So yeah, we're like super bored with like no summer TV.
Yeah.
Like AGT's on, but I just don't give a crap about that anymore. Maybe because I just don't like Simon. And Howie Mandel kind of bugs me after a while.
Yeah, there's only so much, ooh, I'm not neurotypical that you can get.
It's not even that, actually. I watch YouTubers that kind of relish in that. And it doesn't bother me as much. It's his like overt product placement. And like, and maybe that's part of his neuroatypicality, but but you know what I mean. Like, I'm not sure exactly what he does, but it's just like, dude, stop. But now that Simon's on there, I'm just like, meh, I can't. So, anything you want to say?
I feel like there's something programming related, but I've lost it.
He's still getting over his cold, so his brain's very, very muggy right now.
Yeah.
And his voice is starting to go, but...
Yeah. Bye.